All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Elysium. This time we're going to go over the 5th edition Gangrel vampires that come with the starter set. This time there's only going to be 10 because of the 12, 2 of them are duplicates. We'll start right away with Ruslan Fyodorenko, with these Russian names, by Nora Hirvonen. And right off the bat, I feel like I'm looking at Santa Claus. Kind of a rough around the edges Santa Claus. Oh, first of all, I wanted to point out this nice border. Let me turn on the light here. The border for the 5th edition Gangrel, for the later edition Gangrel, it's kind of a deep green, it's got the same cracked texture as the old 1st edition ones, but the green is a little more dark, a bit more earthy colored. And I like it. This is one time where I think the frame looks nicer in the later edition than it did in the earlier edition. So that's the Gangrel frame. Now with this guy, I don't like him that much. I don't like the Santa Claus look, but he looks large. He looks like a big vampire. You can see the snow-covered trees behind him. You see the night sky. He comes across to me as a large vampire, although I don't know why he's a vampire. Let's get a close-up of those eyes. Maybe that's it. And maybe a little bit in the eyes he's a vampire. But this guy, I get what they were going for. They wanted him to look kind of feral, kind of big and scary. And he kind of does, but there's just something about him that's not as... He's missing some kind of edge. And I'm not really digging him that much. Next, by Maria Ruiz Angara, we have Joaquin de Cadiz. This one I really like. Here we have another artist giving us a photorealistic type piece of art. And that would be kind of annoying if she hadn't adjusted it properly. See, what the artist did here, at first glance, you just see some shirtless guy squatting on his porch. But when you look closer, you notice he's got these long talons on his toes. And you look closer still and you notice he's sucking on a rat with his left hand. And in his right hand, you see he's got big long talons on his right hand, and he's holding another rat there. So we've got here definitely a Gangrel who is feeding on some animals. That's really cool. Suddenly, yes, definitely this guy's a vampire. And with the long hair and the shirtlessness, he's got kind of that unhousebroken Gangrel vibe to him, and I am here for it. This guy is a masterpiece. I think he's very well done, and he looks really cool. He looks young. He looks hardy. He looks like he could fight. Very cool. This is a very nice looking Gangrel right here. Love it. And next, by Maria Loren, we have Indira. She looks nice. This, by the way, is the same artist that did Kalinda for the Banu Hakim. Same artist here, and very similar colors. One thing I love about these colors is just how dark and brooding this artwork is. The artist did a magnificent job with this. Just masterful use of colors to give us this mood of brooding, oppressive darkness around the subject. And she's got red paint on her forehead. That sort of gives me a feral gypsy vibe right there. Don't know that I see much of a vampire here, but I feel like I don't need to. Something is off about this girl, and it's done in a masterful way, and I don't find it much of a stretch to believe that this is a vampire. Really cool. This is actually one of my favorite for the Gangrel. That is nicely done by Maria Loren. Next, by Kamila Chaminskaya. Hanna Nokalainen. I'm probably butchering that last name, by the way. It looks like it's probably Gaelic or something. She looks Gaelic. She looks vampiric. She looks animalistic. She's got that hawk on her hand. You probably want the fortitude skill right there if you're going to be hawking without a leather glove. So like, she's also got Protean. So she's got the 3 primary Gangrel skills. None of them superior, but she's only a 4 capacity, so she's a younger vampire. Yeah, I like this. It's because of the eyes that I see a vampire. I see something off about this isn't some ordinary young woman. She's really pretty, and she's out at night with her hawk, with her little bird of prey. I'm not sure what she's doing with that little wand or walking stick or whatever. She's kind of got her arms crossed in a funny way. I think that's a waterfall behind her, so she is out in the wilderness. She's out in the wild at night. Yes, I see a Gangrel vampire. Well done. Very well done. Kamila Chaminskaya. I think that's Russian. I don't know. Next up, we have by Riccardo Fabiani, Nathan Turner. Right off the bat, I'm not digging the art style. I guess I see a Gangrel. I mean, he's out in the woods at night, huffing the good stuff, I guess. Not really sure what he's doing. Could be some ritual. I don't really see a vampire. I see a camper. I see somebody. I see kind of a hippie type who's out there doing the hippie thing. Which, you know, maybe that is a Gangrel thing, the nomadic flavor. But I don't like this. I don't like it. The artwork takes me out of it. I would probably not play with Nathan Turner. But he might be right up somebody's alley. He doesn't look terrible. It's not the brooding artwork that I have been seeing so far. Next, once again, by Nora Hirvonen, we have Camille Paukstis. This is okay. There's nothing terrible here about this artwork. There's nothing really all that spectacular either. We can sort of see there that her fingernails are a little bit longer than they should be, and she does have superior protean, so she can sprout claws. She's got the blood red hair, although it's kind of more of a magenta. I don't know. I see some girl on a worn out couch. She looks rather ordinary. She's got some attitude. Not sure why she is a vampire other than her fingernails. But as for Gangrel, I guess she could be a Gangrel. There's nothing that sings out about Gangrel vampire here. It's a good art piece. Lovely girl, but I would probably forego this in favor of more impressive looking art. Next, by Ginez Quiñonero, we have Dario Ziegler. By the way, this is the same artist that brought us Kasim Bayar, the Banu Hakim Justicar. Only, in my opinion, this is significantly less impressive. This is just a guy squatting there, looking at us, looking down at us. I'm not impressed by his countenance. I am not in awe of his vampirism. I don't see why he's a gangrel. He's dressed rather ordinarily. I just don't have much to say about this. I just see a regular guy. And it's unfortunate because this artist, he uses very good colors, very gothic colors. He has potential. He just didn't have the vision on this particular vampire. Next, by Christopher Shy, we have a vampire named Crow. Now this is an interesting one. I kind of want to say the same thing about it, that I'm just looking at a regular guy, but I'm clearly not. There's something about his eyes that tells me this is a vampire. Now, as to why he's a gangrel, I don't know. I guess because he's a little unkempt. He looks a bit disheveled. He looks like he's been roughing it for a week or so, which that's about right. That's about right for a gangrel. I think he's fine. I think he works. I think he fits the picture. He checks all the boxes. He's not especially impressive, but maybe he's not really trying to be. This is good. And I absolutely love these colors. These very washed out, faded colors. Just the black and the beige. And that's about it. Those are the two colors of this picture. Magnificently done with two colors. I love this. I don't remember seeing this artist before, so we'll have to keep an eye on him because he knows his way around the color palette. He can do a lot with very few colors. Second to last here, we have by Mark Kelly, Martina Sunankova. I don't know if that's Russian or not. I don't think it is because Russians do tend to pack their consonants together, but not quite that badly. I like this. I really do. The fuzzy armpits was an interesting choice. But once again, Mark Kelly gives us a photorealistic picture that is adjusted to look more vampiric. I like the red lighting going on there. If you look really closely at her eyes, you see she's got black eyes with red irises. Look at that. That is gorgeous. Definitely see a vampire. Definitely a gangrel. I think the gypsy motif really works with this one. She's got some weird talisman on her necklace. She's casting some sort of charm spell on us. She's got us seduced or something. She looks really good. She looks very vampiric. She looks extremely vampiric. She looks very gothic. You kidding me with those gray lips? The gray lipstick is awesome. Like her lipstick matches her top. Yes on everything. This one, Mark Kelly, he's hit or miss. He either nails it magnificently or he just doesn't even hit the dartboard at all. On this one, I would say this is a bullseye. This is a magnificent gangrel, and I love her. She's one of the ones that you get a duplicate of, too. Last of all, by Ken Meyer Jr., we have Massimiliano. Sounds like an Italian name. Anarch Baron of Belo Horizonte. I've never heard of it. It's probably in Italy, maybe not. What do I see here? I definitely see a Bruja, unfortunately. Although, what kind of Bruja? A biker. What is a biker? A biker is a nomad. A biker is a feral type individual. So yes, he could pass as a Gangrel. He looks a little more Brujah, but you can also squint your eyes just right and say, Gangrel also works. We can give him Gangrel. Why not? The art style's fine. Ken Meyer Jr. he does a lot of the art, and he does not do the photorealistic thing. And if you're not going to do the photorealistic thing, you might as well take it up a notch. Well, he doesn't really do either on this one. I don't see a vampire here, but this can easily be a Gangrel, and I don't think he's terrible. I don't think I would play with him, though, if I've got better choices. Although if I had to include him to fill the deck, to fill the crypt, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. And he's a Baron also. So yeah, in the next video, when I do my crypt of favorites, they're going to have to be Anarch. But I'm going to include some of the ones from first edition. Sadly, I won't be able to do any of the titled vampires because that's a Camarilla thing. And the Gangrel, like the Brujah, have left the Camarilla to be Anarchs, which is... it's about right. It's fitting. Of the clans that are probably more Anarch, Brujah and Gangrel would fit that description. But that's all I've got for today. And thank you all for watching.